So we've seen a bit of a shift right now with the Chinese propaganda, okay? Now, for the longest time, as you probably all know, you've had these very sort of direct attacks by foreigners working on behalf of the Chinese government, okay? YouTubers and other influencers and people just working for state media. And they'll go out there and they'll be very like anti-American, very pro-China or pro-Russia or pro-whatever. And it's kind of jarring and annoying, but they seem to have dialed back on that somewhat. And they're pushing tourist stuff again. Now, they have a current thing going on right now in China, which is China's just gotten better. It's kind of like it's this whole campaign to try and attract foreigners to come back. And we've seen this a lot. Some of the friends I have living in China have been invited to take part in these campaigns. They've been randomly contacted through their work usually, and they want to be put on these TV and on this social media to kind of say, hey, China is great again. It's so wonderful. Like, come and check out how cool it is to travel around China, etc. Even though it's a bunch of bullshit, the lockdowns are still happening. It's still not open and free like in the rest of the world right now. But they want to bring these foreigners back, which they chased out, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
And so we're seeing a big uptick, especially surrounding sort of Hainan and those areas.
What?
Oh,
there's a lot of love for that place.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, no, that's Clam Man, not Hainan.
Clam Man, yeah.
Sorry,
What does Clam Man do again?
I can't remember.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Is it? Are those? Can I have a look at those beaches real quick?
Oh, yeah, the pro-white beaches.
Wow, look at those white beaches.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I heard the food down there is pretty good. Yeah. Anyway.
We bring in live one of our favorite correspondents. We will not
Yes.
name him because I honestly think he doesn't even want to do this.
No.
Kind of jaunty vibes.
Yeah.
This is for the People's Daily.
Yeah.
Rimin Shipin, so People's Daily Video.
Yeah.
Which is top state media.
Yeah, it is. It's top state media. So what do we got going on?
This is a foreign correspondent. We've seen him before. I threw in his other clip later. But anyway, he's going to take us on a wild food tour of Hainan. But you know what I've noticed about him?
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to eat anything.
I don't think he likes food.
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's see what he has to say.
It's 10 o'clock now, and this is usually the time to call it a day. But here in Haikou, Hainan, the party is just getting started. If there's one thing you have to do when visiting Hainan, it must be eating. Kaichi. Cha is a distinctive part of Hainan's culinary culture, as well as an important element of the night economy.
What have you done?
Sorry.
That got somber, but the reason is that they're doing this food tour in Xinjiang.
Yeah.
So Winston made a great clip of juxtaposing the people that lost their families to the concentration camps or have been separated from their families by the Chinese government, is showing these foreigners that were being toured around to deflect from that.
Correct.
They're eating delicious food.
They very often do this. They go to a spot that's like a contentious spot, like in Xinjiang, for instance, and they go and show like, oh, look, the food's so great. Because people are saying, hey, there are crimes being committed here. And now they're kind of doing a similar thing with COVID, where they're just like, everyone's like, well, there are lockdowns everywhere. They're like, no, you come here and you get to enjoy food.
Well, I just wanted to say, this guy, can you go back to the Xinjiang one where he's in Xinjiang? We noticed that he was the only one in the kind of genocide denial crew that really didn't look like he wanted to eat the food.
No, he dislikes food.
Look at
He's
how
like,
he looks at this food.
do I have to eat this?
He's like... He looks so... Can you go on that last frame?
Yeah, sure.
He looks so disgusted. By the way, I love Chwar. I don't know what he's whining about.
Yeah.
But
it's very bizarre.
He looks like
he's like, what is this?
He wants nothing to do with this food.
We noticed with this particular guy is that he goes to these places and every shot where he's supposed to eat food, he takes a single bite or he pretends to take a bite or he just stirs it or something and it cuts away.
Go back to the Hainan one.
Yeah, if you look at his Hainan thing, let's count how much of this food he actually eats. Okay. So first of all, you want to go visit China right now? It's fantastic. You want to go
In
eat.
Haikou, Hainan, the party is just getting started. If there's one
Look at this party.
It's
thing you
him
have to
alone.
Yeah, because everyone has to quarantine and
Yeah,
stuff, you know?
do when visiting Hainan, it must be eating.
He doesn't look very
He
enthusiastic.
looks. That's why I'm getting. Can you throw a jaunty in there?
great.
It's kind of that energy.
Yeah.
I'm getting like I can't believe I'm here. Like, why do I have to do
Yeah.
this shit vibe? And I'm not gonna blame this guy.
No, I think he's doing his little internship or something.
That's
He's
what I
been
think.
told to go around and do these things, and he's not enjoying it. You can tell.
Yeah.
He look at his face. He's like, oh great, I got to eat again.
He's like, the only thing I asked was don't put me on a food tour because he
Yeah.
clearly hates the food.
I think he hates food. I think he's probably anorexic or something.
Maybe. Well, we don't.
Who
say
knows?
that, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like he
Culture.
just doesn't like food. He's got this great layout over here. I wonder how much of that went to waste.
That's a lot of food.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, it's like I'm gonna take a bite of this.
Is
Do you see how it cut away?
Yeah.
He probably just did a little and then put it back on the plate.
Honestly, I feel bad for him. He clearly doesn't like it.
No, he doesn't like any of this stuff.
a
Look.
distinctive part of Hainan's
Oh, he did take a bite of that
Take a bite
one.
of that one.
culinary
He's like, look, it's the same one. See, there's like 3. So he's just taken one. You see on
Yeah.
the plate?
Yeah.
So it's the same one with different angles. He's chewing on. He's like, come on, get the camera off me.
Just like Jaunty, this
Mm-hmm.
is exactly the kind of person I really want to talk to.
Yeah,
I
I'd
want
like
to have
talk
him on
to
the show. Like,
Yeah.
just straight up, no holds barred. I want to have him on the show and he can talk about, like, what they made him do.
Yeah, I mean, look, quite honestly, it's that same. He's taken. That's the same one, but this is actually a later shot because look, he's eaten more of it.
Right. You're really analyzing this.
Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
he's taken one thing, which he's
Sure.
taken
part
a
of
bite of
Hainan's
half, and then he's
culinary
like,
culture,
yeah, okay,
As well-
enough of that. You don't see him eat that, right?
Right.
And then he's
well
like,
as an
"Let me cut
important
this.
element
Let me look
of
at
the
this."
night economy.
And then he like stirs that thing around. You don't see him eating any of the other stuff.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah,
The way he looks at this chwar, this
Yeah.
is lamb kebab.
he's like,
It is actually a Ken doll. That's. It's like just if you look at this,
Yeah.
if you look at this right here,
Yeah.
Take us out of there for a second.
yeah, okay.
If it had like text over on the right there, it would say like Xinjiang Ken. And it would be a new toy, and you can, you know how you like articulate
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
You can put us back in.
Yeah.
You articulate them, and you put the chwar in his hand like this.
Xinjiang Ken.
That's-
He kind of
that's
does
what
look
it
like
is.
a bit of a Ken doll.
He could be a Ken.
He's a Ken doll.
Yeah.
Handsome little guy, you know? There you go.
Okay. No, we know this. We know this.
Anyway,
The mukbang from hell.
yeah, sorry. We just thought we'd show you guys this stuff because, you know, it's happening again. The
Yeah.
big tourism stuff. And when they're pumping out this tourism stuff, it's because they're trying to deflect away.
Yes.
Okay, and it's true though. China's now gotten a massive negative kind of what would you call it? Like, it's a bit of a negative look at China from the
Yes.
Western world right now because the rhetoric that's been going on with the whole Taiwan
Yeah.
thing, them
Yeah.
firing live rounds, this whole like war thundering, you know,
Yes.
banging drums and saying that like we will, you know, attack and all this kind of crap, sending
Can we
planes
get this
over.
guy off, the poor guy off?
Yeah, the poor
background?
guy. I'll get him off the background here. It's,
I don't, not interrupting. I just,
Yeah.
You can have him. I don't care.
Yeah,
Get one of the douchebags in there.
yeah. It's gross. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
who's that?
Who's that?
Is that me gold?
What the hell are you?
I'm a leprechaun, me dear. Here,
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, right now, China's really kind of chased a bunch of foreigners out. There's a very bad sentiment towards China in the foreign press and in around the world, really. People are kind of getting a little bit annoyed with the way things have been going.
Yeah.
So they're doing what they always do. They reach a point, they've gone over the edge, and now
Yeah.
they have to quickly scramble to try and do something to repair the damage that they've done. And one of the things they're trying to do is attract foreigners back. So an interesting thing you'll notice is with the officials that keep going on about like, we will attack Taiwan and, you know, we will protect our sovereignty and we've just fired more missiles or we've just announced new live fire exercises and all that. Now, a lot of them are starting to just dial back and be like, oh, look at the beautiful hillside of
Yeah.
this part of China.
Yeah.
Or, oh, look at this these amazing costumes that the
Yeah.
that the Uyghurs wear, and then it turns
Right.
out to be a Pakistani wedding dress, like we showed last time.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they're dialing back, and they're doing the same with their propaganda, where they're now trying to get more of this touristy vibe going on.
Sure.
It's kind of interesting.